Hello Geminis, I'm Kristi, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot, and this is your reading for the month of October 2023. You can expect me on a Tuesday from now on, Tiny Turtle Tarot Tuesdays. So if you're like, when's she posting? When do I expect her? Just remember TTT. And if anything I say resonates, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Let's get on with your reading. What's going on with Gemini in October? Ooh, Justice and the Six of Wands. Now, these are both cards of winning, because you're going to win, you're going to have a fair outcome in some way. Justice. I just heard all is fair in love and war. So anyways, there's something about love with Justice card here. You might be getting married, you might be getting divorced, but either way, it's a win for you. I know that might sound silly, but it's a good thing, and with the Six of Wands, this is victory. You're going to win in a certain case. If this is you going to court for something, you're going to win with the Six of Wands. You're going to come out victorious. This is also publicity. There might be a little bit of publicity around something happening in October, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing in some way, and it's fair, so you're not going to be like made out to be the bad person with Justice here. You'll be seen in a nice light. And speaking of lights, you now have the Ace of Wands. Something's being lit up in some way, Ace of Wands. Something about a bonfire maybe, but there's a new passion or a new spark coming into your life, and you're going to be able to kind of, I just heard fight for your rights. But there's something where you're going to be fighting and you've got your spark back. So if you felt a little bit like you've run out of energy, or yeah, you wake up and you're like, I don't know if I have the energy for this, what am I doing this for? In October, you're getting your spark back in your passion, in your career. You're like, oh yeah, I remember why I started. I remember why I started now. This is exactly why I started. This is so fun. Or I love this. Empress. Empress, you're also, it's very inspiring for other people to see somebody, Gemini, that's loving what you're doing. When you're loving what you're doing, other people are going to be like, there's an energy that you can't fake when you enjoy doing what you're doing, that is going to be very authentic, and people are going to want to be more like you. I'm just seeing, like, look at little Alice looking at, I think that's the White Queen. I might be wrong. Oh my gosh, I've forgotten my Alice in Wonderland terms. But yeah, there's somebody that in particular that really looks up to you in October, and you're very inspiring to them. This could be like a younger sister or a sibling, younger brother, but it's just like somebody's like in awe of you because you're somehow finding a way to make your passion your career. If you haven't already, you might already be doing it, and you might be seen by a lot of people, but it might be a long time coming with Justice here. You might have been fighting for this for a while, fighting to have, like, you might have worked for other people, and suddenly you have like an opportunity to do the thing you want to do and make money from it. And Gemini, it's gonna, like, people are gonna be like in awe, jaw-dropping, like, success here, where people will be like, whoa, oh, that is possible. I know her, I know him. There's people that are going to be telling their friends and family that they know you in some way. They're going to be like, I know her, I've met her, or him, I've met him. I used to go to school with her, or I used to go to school with him. There's some type of success where people will be like, and it might be, it's different for everybody. It could be about anything, but there is something where you will be seen and admired. And you'll be seen looking good as well. We have the Empress and the Ace of Wands, so don't worry. If you're getting your picture taken or something this month, I don't know why it's coming through, for a passport or a license, you're going to be looking good in it. Like, or even for like a newspaper or something, you're going to be looking good. It might also feel like, I'm hearing it's lonely at the top. Empress and the Five of Pentacles is being alone. Empress. Empress obviously is like, you're feeling like you're the best person or the best version of yourself you've been. But then when you get to this place, you're like, you're looking around and you're like, well, I don't know anybody else that is on my level. Sounds negative, but it's like, you don't feel like you can find anybody else that has genuine intentions. You might just have people coming towards you in October that want something from you. And that's understandable because you have Six of Wands, Justice, and so whatever it is that's happening very successfully for you, other people are going to want to piggyback off of you in some way, and there's going to be a little bit of trust issues, I feel, when it comes to friends or family or money. It's like, do they just want my money with the Five of Pentacles? Because why are they talking to me now? I don't know why it's coming in. What else is going on in love? In love, I mean, not what else. What's happening in love? Hierophant. Six of Pentacles. Again, you have another card of fairness. A lot of fair energy of equal give and take. If you have a lot more money to give to people or a lot more time to give to people this month, you're trying to give it evenly to friends and family. And it's very nice. It's very like, you're not picking favorites. It's almost like everybody wants a piece of you. And you're like, okay, cool. Let me schedule this so it's fair. With the Hierophant, anyways, this was supposed to be about love. With the Hierophant is something where you're going to be taught something, or you'll be teaching someone something in love. Maybe somebody really only is about to see how valuable you are or how much you mean to them. And this is a lesson that they're having to learn the hard way, but it's fair. With the Six of Pentacles, Justice, Six of Wands, it's almost like you might feel like you're being the bad guy. You might feel like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. There's something this month where you feel a little bad for some reason, especially with the Five of Pentacles. It could be about ghosting someone or not communicating with someone, but it's like, don't feel bad, Gemini. You did the right thing at the right time. It was a lesson someone else had to learn. Like somebody's ego got in the way or something. High Priestess, again, I'm getting this energy of you being the best version of yourself, but then kind of looking around and realizing other people might not have grown into their best versions yet, and you feel a little bit like you don't have anybody. But don't worry, that's not going to last long, but that might be a little bit of an energy in the middle of October of, oh, I'm doing so well, I'm so happy, and then you kind of go, oh, I can't find anybody that's going to relate to this, and I can't. Maybe you want to share your experiences and you want to not brag, but you're just proud of yourself and you're proud of where you're at, but you can't really say it to anyone because they're going to be like, show off. But you're like, oh, I worked really hard to get here, and they're like, yeah, you got lucky, and you're like, I worked really hard. There's something where you are your best version, and that's why it's okay. In your mind, you are a very authentic person, so you want to tell people what you've achieved. Or you're going to want to tell people this month what you're achieving, because you're not doing it in an egotistical or it's all about me energy. You're doing it because you're proud of yourself and you want to inspire others, but then it's almost like other people operating at a lower frequency are going to take this the wrong way of you kind of making them feel like they're less, and you're like, no, there's enough for everyone. With the Empress, you're aware that everyone can grow into the best version of themselves, and you're just like, no, you can do it as well. I just want to tell you what I did, and you can do it too. Like, what's that dream that you have? You could do it, I promise you. This, especially the Six of Pentacles, it's fair, and you're like, yeah, you could do it. I don't know why I'm hearing you kind of like trying to make someone believe in themselves more this month. Because they really just know that if somebody does say something or they take something you say the wrong way, it's only because of where they're currently at in their life and their journey. It's not because you said it the wrong way. You might think, oh, maybe I shouldn't have told them about that. But it's like, no, you told them because you were happy and you were proud of yourself and you wanted them to know. And maybe this is just a little bit of advice, maybe to figure out who you can talk to about these things where they're not going to take it the wrong way of you bragging. Because if anybody thinks you're bragging just because you're proud of yourself, then it's probably not the person to be around. And this could even be in a relationship, because I am in the love part of your reading. So it's almost like someone you're with, maybe you're like, oh my god, look, I got a raise at work, or I got, oh my gosh, look, I'm in this magazine. Oh my god, I'm so proud, I'm so happy. And there's something where there's a little bit of jealousy on a partner's end. And if you're single, you might have problems in October finding somebody that is on your same level, that won't be jealous of your accomplishments. But there is a little bit of commitment coming in with the Hierophant. There's something starting little, a little seed being planted. It'd be funny the Ace of Pentacles comes out, but someone's a little bit silent. Someone's a little bit like pulled back, and I don't think it's you. I think it's the person you're connected to. I'm just getting this energy of someone being a bit like biting their tongue, trying to figure you out. Don't take it the wrong way, and also like give this a little bit of patience. It's almost like you might want to start investing in other people, especially with the Six of Pentacles. If you're dating and you're single, it's like you might immediately want to invest in someone else because of how silent someone is, or like, oh, they must not be interested because they're not showing me as much attention as other people do. Don't worry, they are. It's just something about they are a little bit more slow moving than other people, or other people you have met in the past. And just because they're slow doesn't mean it's bad. It's like slow and steady wins the race. They're there, especially with the Hierophant, this is long term. This is commitment in the future, but you just have to see it through. This might be a lesson for you in patience as well. If they are a bit slow or a bit quiet, you might be like, oh, get on with it. And it's like a lesson where you have to learn that, like, the best things in life sometimes take a little bit more time than other things. What else? What's going on in your finances, Gemini? 10 of Cups. Your finances look very happy. You're somebody that, when your finances are doing well, it's not in a sense of you wanting to buy the most expensive thing. I love your energy because it's just like you're going, oh, I have the money now to buy that thing I wanted to buy. It's almost as well, there's something about your taste. So you might have a little bit more money in October because there's something about you having the ability to buy the nicest of something, but you don't want to. Like, you could buy a Rolex, but you don't want a Rolex. You want to buy that other watch. That's a pretty watch for like a quarter of the price, or maybe even less, right? But it's like there's something where you have you have really nice, really good style, and it's, I don't know why this is coming through, but it's finances. So there's something where you'll be able to buy whatever it is that makes you happy. But it's also amazing because it's not the most expensive things that are making you happy. You're just drawn to what you like because you like them. I don't know why it's coming through. Especially with the 10 of Cups here. It's like your goal is your happiness. But your finances doing well. It's not like, oh, I can buy that expensive house. I can buy that expensive car. I can buy that Porsche. It's not like that. It's like, oh yeah, cool. I can buy a nice little Golf. Because I really like those. There's something where you have style and you have taste, but you're not bothered about like big names. It's basically what I'm trying to say. Even though you're going to be able to afford them, I feel, in October, it's also like you're going to go, yeah, I can afford them, but I don't really like them. They're not me. It's very much like, people wouldn't know in October. I feel like you are going to have a little bit of windfall of money. You might have Aquarius in your chart. But there is a little bit of money coming towards you, but you're being very good at not really caring about it. You're like, oh, this is nice. I like the freedom. I'm seeing you spending more time outside and more time doing what you want to do, especially with 10 of Cups. This is emotional fulfillment. More time with your person if you're in a relationship because you don't have to work as much, if at all. There's something where you can do what you enjoy doing. And also there's something about you figuring out what you enjoy doing. You might have a little bit of trial and error. There might be like, oh, I have more time in my hands. All right, I'm going to join a pottery club. Oh, I don't really like that. All right, I'm going to go try golfing. There's something where you're going to be experimenting in different like hobbies because you've got more time on your hands, but it's going to make you very happy. Also something coming through now about traveling, which is very random, to hot countries. There's something where you're going to be traveling to really hot countries or seeing the world a little bit more, which is weird because the world card isn't here. There's no Chariot here, but I'm just feeling that very strong for some of you. What else is going on in general in October? Queen of Cups, the Sun, the King of Pentacles. Okay, a lot of happiness. Ace of Pentacles, also money. But the Sun, exposure, happiness. And I said traveling to hot countries. The sun's out. You're out in the sun more. King of Pentacles, money, but Queen of Cups, your overall energy is like you're grounded in the fact that you are safe and stable. I just hear you saying to someone, yeah, I'm comfortable. And that's the exact energy. It's like, yeah, you're the King of Pentacles, man or woman, doesn't matter. You're just in this energy of having your money under wraps. You've got everything under control. You're going to be in a very safe place. Financially, a very safe and secure place, but then on the outside what you're showing people with the Sun is like what you're exposing to people is I'm very happy, I'm doing what I love. And there might be something again where you're wearing clothes that aren't necessarily the style at the moment, but you're very good style, like you have very good style, it's just not the most popular. Also like your taste in music, you have like a very niche taste in music or something. Your overall sense of fashion or the things you buy and invest in are very niche, but it's a niche in a good way. And there's people like that are going to look at you and go, oh, you're happy, you're loving life, but they would never know in October that underneath it all you're actually very, very safe and secure when it comes to your money. That's the whole energy of this reading, is And it might also be advice of don't tell people. Don't tell everyone if you do come into money in some way. But it's also like, I don't think you're going to. You're not a bragger. You're just your love and life in October. I love this energy, and I just love that you're doing what makes you happy. And it's this energy of not caring what other people think as well, because you might be buying something that other people go, ugh, you like those cars? And you're like, yeah. And it's a really cool car, and you're like, I love this car, I've wanted it since I was little. But someone's like, I just feel like someone around you, it could be a father figure, could be a brother, but there's someone in your inner circle that knows that you could afford something better or more luxurious, and they just don't understand your way of being, but you're just over here like smiling ear to ear, like, look at my car, look at my little Fiat or something. There's something where they're like, you could have bought a Lamborghini, and you're like, oh, but I've always wanted a Fiat. And that's the overall energy. And I know that's like a really silly example, but you're doing what makes you happy. You're investing your time in things that make you happy. And if you're not sure where to invest your time because you've got more of it on your hands in October, then you're going to go out and experiment and try new things and meet new people and go new places and travel to new countries, because you're like, why not? I've got the time and I've got the resources. I want to figure out, I'm hearing someone say, I want to figure out where I'm supposed to be in the world. And I'm not going to get there by sitting in the same place. I need to start moving about, which makes sense. I'm going to wrap your reading up here. Have an amazing October. I will see you next Tuesday, and if anything I said resonated, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and yeah, I'll see you next Tuesday.